my awesome Rockettes. That was my Rockettes dancing. Did you catch that? Oh, what? You guys, hey, did you guys like that? Hey, it's New Guitar Thursday. I'm John here on Thursday, talking about new guitars because that's what we do every Thursday. New guitars on New Guitar Thursday. Thank y'all for joining me. Again, we've got a change up in our lineup here. Trent's out today, so Hinckley is camera. And then we got Janelle, who's going to be monitoring all of your comments in there. We'd love to hear where you guys are from, what you guys got questions about, what you want to talk about. If there's anything that I talk about that you want to kind of get deeper into, put it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Janelle's like, she's awesome at this. In fact, we actually decided to fire Hinckley and... Here goes camera all over the place. Anyway, no, we'd love to hear from you guys. A lot of cool things that we're going to bring out that came in. We had an Atkin guitar that we were going to kind of talk about, the White Rice. It came in, sold like an hour after we unboxed it, so it's here. But we do have the Atkin Essential D is still here, so that we can talk about a little bit. There is a new Gallagher guitar. You want to go start on that right now? Let's do that. All right, follow me.
Right, we have hello from Santa Cruz, hello from New Mexico.
Hey, how y'all doing? Those are our common ones here. Yeah, don't be afraid to stop me. Anytime you see it, let me know to stop talking, Janelle, and I will stop. So this is really cool. We were in Murfreesboro, Tennessee in February. We stopped by and did a whole filming with David and the team at Gallagher Guitars, and this was one that we were working on, which was a piece of walnut that he had in here. He calls it crotchwood. I'm still having a problem calling it crotchwood. That's just, guys, again, put that in the comment. Do you want to own a guitar with crotchwood in it? Anyway, he calls it crotchwood walnut, but it has this really crazy figuring in it that is just cool. So we picked this one out and said, build us a guitar. The sides are great on it. And then he added a yellow cedar top. And again, just sounds fantastic.
All Greetings from Council Bluffs.
Ooh, Council Bluffs. I haven't been to Council Bluffs in a while.
Watching while on vacation, Bethany Beach, Delaware.
Ooh.
We got some St. Louis, Massachusetts.
Welcome, everybody.
McMinnville, Tennessee.
I have been to McMinnville, Tennessee. You can't say it, but I've been there. So absolutely killer sounding guitar. This combo actually turned out great. The yellow cedar with the walnut back and sides, very cool guitar. So that just came in. Yes.
Remind them that they can watch the factory tour.
Yeah, do that. Check out the factory tour. I've been reminded, and it's time to remind you. We did a whole tour of the factory at Gallagher. Talked about a lot of stuff, and we've got a lot of Gallaghers in stock right now. We have 2 jumbos. We have a Jim Hurst model. We have a Doc Watson model, and we have a custom-built G70 that sounds fantastic, has an Adirondack spruce top, rosewood sides and back, another great guitar. So we got a lot of Gallaghers in right now. So let's fix that, guys. Let's do that. We have an empty spot here. You guys have been seeing it all week. The Monroe mandolin, it's supposed to go right there. It was sold? Is that right?
It was stolen.
Oh, stolen. Well, that would make sense. That would be the way our business would go. Absolutely. No, Jeremy was using it for demos. It'll be back over here on display again. If you haven't seen those videos and the ones coming, gosh, there's going to be some cool content with that. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Scott is agreeing Crotchwood is an unfortunate name.
Yeah, absolutely.
Daryl from Chestnut Ridge is asking if you can play some Justin Bieber.
I can't play any. I mean, I'll do it. Well, I'll give you my version of Justin Bieber right here. Here it is. Baby, 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 oh, baby, 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 oh. No, that's all I know. Sorry. That's all I got for you. I apologize. Somebody mute the microphone. No, seriously.
We have been talking about that on Facebook. So
everybody's been talking about Justin Bieber, and All right, we're gonna have to learn a Justin Bieber song. You guys wait till you see my dance moves. You know, I will also make Usher watch us on YouTube and decide to get tied in with me and Jeremy. We will start an absolute pop revolution. You wait till I get my stomach tattoos, you guys. Hinkley's like, this is gross. Let's move on. Let's move on. Anyway, again, yes, crotchwood. Come on, guys. Let's call that something other than that. I don't ever want to tell anybody, hey, y'all, check out my crotchwood guitar.
Will you move on?
Okay, I'm gonna move on now. All right, we got a cool new Deering banjo that just came in. This is a brand new series, and I want to cover this. My frailing technique is awful, so we already had one of these pre-sold. There's a limited batch of these, but this is the new Good Time 1 in a limited series with a cherry wood sandwich rim. So it still has the maple in the middle, but on the side panels, it is cherry, which gives it a little bit warmer tone and also is giving it a unique look. It does have this new Remo head that they started doing that's kind of like a fiber skin head, but different. It really does emulate the animal skin heads that they had in the early runs. And then this new inlay pattern that's using cherry wood in there too. And it does give it a little bit more warmth. I have decided I have to learn how to frail. I don't know what I'm doing. I could make noise, but it would be awful, and I don't want to embarrass myself any worse than I already have. Do we want to talk about crotchwood again? No. Okay. Anyway, this is in. I've got 3 of them left. We sold 1 of them. And those are the 4 that we have in stock. All the ones that we have are already coming with spikes already installed. So there's a little bit of an advantage for you on this particular one. And you can pick those up right now. So that's pretty cool. Yes? Was there a comment? Oh, there you go. All right. That's fine.
We do have some people.
All right.
New Brunswick, Canada.
I like New Brunswick. We used to spend a lot of time in New Brunswick. Again, we keep talking about lobster, had great times. All the seafood's wonderful. The fans up there are awesome. They love their old country music and even some of the Chapman's music. Some of them seem to like that stuff too. So that was a whole bunch of fun when we used to tour up there.
We also have Kentucky and North Carolina.
Boy, there's people from everywhere now. Honestly, this has been one of the coolest things to watch. In the last 3 months especially, we have been seeing more and more people getting involved in this channel and hanging out with us. I love it. Thank you guys so much for doing that. And again, keep those questions and comments coming because it helps us to know what you guys want to see, what you guys want to talk about. I just got an order, by the way, into Eastman. I know we always talk about Eastman, but we just moved so much of it. There's another shipment coming in. I know that there are, for you guys looking for things, dreadnoughts, Madagascar rosewood dreadnoughts. If you're looking for one of those, I've got 2 of those that you can reserve. They're going to be here by the middle of next week. So start looking for those and some other kind of cool pieces as well. And then I got this guitar right here. You want to talk about this one? Should we open it? All right, so here's a little bit weirdness. I know what this is, and it seemed like FedEx also knew what it was, so I'm a little bit concerned about this because it came opened, the staples popped open from FedEx upside down. So I'm a little concerned about this. So let's see. This could be the best YouTube experience ever, where we open this up and it's in 9 pieces, and we all go, wah, wah, wah. Or we could just go, oh, there you go. Do you have that effect cued? Good. Good. This is going to be interesting. I pinched my nerve, so pulling stuff up right now in my shoulder hurts. So we're going to do this upside down. I may need another hit. I got it. I got it. This is what happens when you try to unbox it upside down. The case is in 1 piece. It doesn't look like there's holes in it. So this is a custom shop build. I know a lot of people are loving the Sinker mahogany, and I actually had this being built before the Country Boy Sinker mahogany was being done. And again, so you guys can all follow along, there is a shortage right now in Sinker mahogany. So that guitar that we got in was out of Dana's own private stock. And then this was actually, I was told we weren't going to be able to build it, and then Dana got involved and said, we're going to build it, but we're going to use stuff that I had reserved for some guitars that I wanted to do. So both of these guitars come out of the, Dana's reserved selection of Sinker mahogany. Now this is going to look really unique because this is a large sound hole customized with Sinker mahogany. So this is just like my guitar, except, ooh, a nice set of Sinker mahogany. That is absolutely incredible. So now you get all that advantage of that larger sound hole, the full heirloom specs as far as the AT bracing, AT top. The glues are all animal protein glues. It is AT thermo-cured Addy bracing. So large sound hole with a Sinker mahogany back and sides. And this does have the blank peg head with the decal on the back. So that's what makes this one a little bit more unique. And by the way, it was all in one piece, which is pretty exciting. We like that. Right.
Brock says, golly, bet that sounds gorgeous. I bet we're about to find out.
It's already there. Now these large sound hole dreads also will have double scallop bracing. So not the single scallop that most of the Bourgeois guitars have, which gives it a little bit more power, I think, and a little more punch.
Acadian Flat Picker is asking, Jeremy got that mandolin. What are you getting?
Jeremy got what mandolin? Oh, the Monroe
mandolin.
mandolin. I keep taking stuff out of here anyway. I'm not going to complain. Besides, I got to play that mandolin a lot. It's been a whole bunch of fun to play. That's pretty powerful. I like that string right there. Yes.
Can I get you to promote another video? Just Bourgeois.
Check that video out. Yes, again, Hinckley's reminded me, we just released yesterday what is special about the voicing of a Bourgeois guitar, what makes theirs unique. I get that question asked all the time. What is the big difference between a Boucher, a Bourgeois, and a Thompson, and a Eastman, and a this and a that? And honestly, at that level of guitar, it's all about what their voicing does and the difference there, and that's where Dana specializes. So it talks about what he does there. Go ahead, absolutely.
Oop, gotta turn my mic back on. Okay,
right.
Is there any actual research re animal protein glue being superior, or is that more of a traditional bias?
So there is a sound difference that I have seen, and I know and there's going to be argument about this forever. As far as the quality of the glue, the modern glues are much better glues. They just are. It's more, consistent on a modern glue. It holds better. It's easier to cure. The hard thing about using animal protein glues is that they are inconsistent. It's literally a natural substance. Two, it has to be in the right pot. You can mix it and match it and do this stuff. It's a heated pot of glue and all that. But that said, there have been multiple people that have tested this. If you believe that the torrefication makes a difference, then I would tell you that every bit the glues also make that big of a difference. It's subtle, but it does make a difference in the overall tone. And when we get to this level, it's little things that kind of make that big difference. As far as consistency and how the glue holds and how it sets up, the modern glues are much better. But there's a reason there's a character to those old guitars. So yes, I do think it makes a difference. Do I think it's absolutely worth it? Yes. Would I turn down a guitar that didn't have it? No. I've played a lot of great guitars that were modern glue. But even Thompson, they will use animal protein glue on their bridge plates, which is that part of that tone deal, because they think that makes a difference in sound, but they like the consistency of the rest of the build and how structural the rest of it is with more modern glues. There's stuff that goes on about this forever, and I know everybody's going to have their deal. We haven't released a video yet where I've given an opinion on something that's a minute difference, and everybody goes, it doesn't make a difference at all, and yet I can tell you it usually does. So in this case, I do believe it.
We do have another question.
Go ahead.
Are the large sound holes dreads better for chords or just single notes?
So we did a great video at the NAMM show with come on now. No, this was with Santa Cruz, Richard Hoover. Sorry, it was just striking me weird. And we talked about what the large sound hole does. And Dana, I think, is in the same pass of this. It's all about how much air is sitting inside the guitar, and when you cover part of it, if I was to take a card and cover part of this sound hole, it's going to change it. It's usually the mids, and you know, when you close that up, it becomes a little more boomy, a little bit more kind of roary low end. When you open that up, you get a more articulate mid-range and kind of tightens up that low end a little bit more. So yes and no, all of the above. It does make a difference, in my opinion. For me, I've noticed, again, it just makes it more articulate. I tend to notice guitars, especially rosewood guitars, get a little bit roar depending on the size of that sound hole. And opening that up a little bit more makes it feel a little bit more accurate and tamed down a little bit. So there's my opinion. He's kind of going over the science of it. We got a podcast coming up with Richard Hoover. I remember interviewing him about this, and he talked about it in that. So be on the look of that. And again, follow for the podcast wherever you watch your face. Again, let us know. Are you watching the podcast or listening to it? I'd love to hear from you guys if you are. It has been a whole bunch of fun. I think this week is Super Special Celebrity. Is that correct? I think Rhonda Vincent will be on here on Saturday. We'll release that one. That was a whole bunch of fun. We had a great time talking to her about all kinds of history, and you know, she's such a wonderful person. So get ready for that one. That'll be coming out on wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Check that one out. So, all right. Any other questions in that vein?
We have Rocky Northern saying, I'm actually getting ready to put strings on the new shade top mahogany while I'm watching.
Awesome. Cool, Rocky. I can't wait to see your new guitars. Rocky's building some really cool guitars and really kind of upping his game. Every time I see him, it's a little bit better and better. So that's pretty awesome. Again, this is a fantastic guitar. Nothing I can complain about this. It turned out exactly the way I expected it would. My crew just showed every Thursday lately. They've been showing up. It's summer break, so all my kids are here right now. Hey, Nato, you gonna come by and say hi? Come on, give me the hug. Oh yeah, up and come on by. Let's all have a guitar hug. All right, guitar hug right now. All right, so we're getting ready to go on vacation this week. Again, if you guys have any suggestions on how to travel with 5 kids, send that my way as well. So another cool spec on this guitar, just for the heck of it, this is also one of the only guitars that they build standard that has an 1 3/4 nut width. Hey, hi buddy, you're looking awful cute today. How you doing, Oliver? Good to see you. 1 3/4 nut width instead of the 30 seconds, 23 30 seconds, 1 30 seconds. So look at that back, that's incredible. All right. One more super cool unboxing before we get out of here. And again, if you guys have any other questions, please let me know about any products you guys want to see. Or you can always call in the shop, 417-720-1223. Absolutely love to hear from you guys here. We had a good visitor here today. They drove all the way up from San Antonio, Texas. He was on vacation and made him stop by here and even bought a guitar. It was awesome. So super, super cool. Maybe it's from El Paso. I think he's headed, I don't know, it was somewhere down in South Texas. That's all I know. All right, so here's a banjo. Everybody wants to see banjos. And a company who I am so excited to get back in the shop. He's back to building and able to get us banjos back in here. And that is the Sullivan Banjo Company. We are huge fans. In fact, I bought my banjo that I have. I don't have very many. I have one banjo. My dad's been a endorser of Sullivan banjos since when Bill Sullivan was involved in it. He has the very first Greenbrier banjo that was built. And so I've been wanting to get these back in here. He's got all kinds of interesting packing material in here. Because I think they're fantastic. So he's been starting to build this new series called American Classics in Sullivan banjos. And we got our first one. We're going to have quite a few coming behind it. Eric, if you're watching, here's us unboxing one of your banjos right here. Now this one is, the first banjo we got from him is an American Classic ES model. Now, it's top secret code. I can tell you what it's supposed to mean, but what ES stands for is Earl Scruggs. So I can't actually say that because it's not that, but that's what it's hinting at. But this is a unique Scruggs because it has some features that have been omitted from other Scruggs variations of banjos. Those who have followed bluegrass know the story of Earl Scruggs' banjo. It started out as a Granada, which was a gold-plated maple banjo. Later on, due to tarnishing and all that kind of stuff, Earl changed it over to be nickel and then I think later chrome-plated. But it had a gold-plated tone ring. So what's unique about this is this has the Sullivan Banjo Vintage 35 tone ring that is gold-plated to stay more accurate, like what the original one was, and then the rest of it has been nickel-plated in this case. So this has one of the torrefied maple banjo bridges that Sullivan does, a gorgeous neck, and a gorgeous traditional banjo Granada style sunburst on this as well. These come with Ricard tuners, all the top grade parts that you could possibly have. It does have these screw tapes. That's what the blue is all about here. Yes, go ahead.
Trent's dad wants to know the price of a Sullivan.
The Sullivan? I don't know yet.
I have it.
Do you have it? I want to say it's like $49.99. Why a torrefied banjo bridge? Same reason we would have torrefied, woods on these others. You're getting a wood that has been, aged and built out and should give it a little bit different tone quality. We'll know for sure. Here's the deal, Nelson. If you're looking at this, we'll get you a price on this. I don't know if I'm going to get it to you right now, but.
Often you hear complaints online about 1 3/4 versus 1 11/16. Do you think it makes a big difference? Do you have a preference?
All right, this is where we get a little bit controversial here. And I'm going to do it because we're on this video and you're watching, and I might as well go for it all the way. I see this all the time on forums, and if you want my absolute brutal answer on 1 3/4 versus 11/16, here's my deal. Spend more time practicing and less time worrying about that 1/16 of an inch. I own guitars that have both. I have never played a guitar that I went, you know what, I can't play that because it's a 1/16 inch wider or more narrow than the other. Do I prefer one or the other? Yes, I actually do. I tend to prefer the 3/4, but I never have got to where I was like, oh, you got a pick for me? Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. All right. All right, that's awesome. There we go. That's a nice one. I know who that belongs to, and I ain't going to give it back either. Anyway, that's the controversial answer. It's a 1/16 of an inch. Does it make a difference? It does. But do I think that you should just be shied away from something that doesn't? No. Like I said, we switch in here all the time. Every single day I'm playing one over the other. I do think right now the preference has gone back to 1 3/4, but realize over time it has gone through major changes. We've seen 1 3/4, which was or 1 7/8. Some of the early guitars went to 1 3/4 in the 30s. By the 40s, he's going to go all the way around. He's going to tear up that room. By the 40s, it went to 1 11/16. It kind of stayed that way until the mid 50s, and then everybody was going even thinner than that, thinnest necks as possible. And then everybody said, no, I can't do that. Let's go back to 1 11/16. Stayed that way for about 25 years, and now the trend is back to 1 3/4. Find what you like and just play it. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Just find what works best for you and just go for it. So, boy, did I get preachy right there? I sure did. Huh? $44.95. So $4,500 right here. So. I think it needs a little bit of a head tightening, but it's got tons of guts right there, which is great. You know, it just got set up 2 days ago, so it's to be expected a little bit of head tightening. Tyler straightened me out. So there's a lot of cool history with Sullivan and Gibson banjos, and that's a fantastic banjo. I don't think anybody could ask for too much more, and at that price point, there's a lot here. Yes, buddy, how you doing? You're ruining my show, dude. You're ruining it. He doesn't care at all. Anyway, so yeah, those are kind of the new stuff that we got coming in here. I'm going to, like I told you, I'm going to be out next week. Somebody's going to be doing New Guitar Thursday next week. I don't know who it is.
Hey, me.
Somebody, it's you. It's Hinkley. Hinkley will be hosting New Guitar Thursday next week. It's going to be awesome. She will also be demoing banjos. There are a whole bunch of stuff coming in. Like I said, there's a shipment coming from Eastman with a couple of cool pieces, so you'll be able to do that. Maybe a live unboxing.
We do have someone asking about the Eastman AC330.
AC330. I have one in stock. Oh no, AC330E. That's the 12. We sold that one. We had it on stock. We just got in just now a used one that just came in on consignment. It'll go through the shop and get cleaned up and built for the product. Or if you're really that interested and want to know the price on that, again, call the shop on that. I know Clyde, if that's you watching, he's been asking. He sent a message about wanting to get the used one. It literally, while we were live, Mike was in here bringing in that guitar, and it will make its way into the shop very shortly. Or like I said, if you want to beat everybody to the punch, give them a call. Call the shop, 417-720-1223. And again, I got your message, Clyde. Yes, you ended up with an amazing E4000. I'm told we got another one of those on its way in this next shipment. I don't know if it's going to turn out as beautiful of a top as that last one, but I do know we got one that'll be making its way in here that was kind of a surprise for me. A couple other unique ones. I know they called me of 2 one-offs that are only going to exist to us. One of them is going to be an OM, E8 OM, that will be at full scale length. So there's a 25.5 scale length. So a true OM, which is not normally Eastman spec. That is going to be coming in here because they only have one of them. And then he called me today and said, hey, I found an E16 SS with a sunburst finish. And well, I'm like, what does it look like? And he goes, I don't know, but do you want it? And I said, sure. So we'll have the one and only E16 SS in a sunburst finish. So that'll be pretty unique as well. Any other questions before I get out of here?
Is the Atkin white rice still available?
The Atkin white rice is already sold. It's sold immediately. And I warned you guys, I said it. But a guy called yesterday while we were live and already bought that. So that's 2 of them that sold. The one the day before it arrived, the next one sold as it arrived. I do have one that will be here in 2 to 3 months. He's already building it. I called him yesterday and said, hey, that one's already gone. Get me another one. He said, okay. So we will have another white rice from Atkin. If you're looking for one, again, you want to reserve it. All you got to do is put down 20%. And you can have that one be yours. We've got great financing options right now, up to 12 months of 0 interest and up to 48 months of financing available for you guys. So if you want a really low payment on that instrument that you've always dreamed of, we have a special going on of 48 months of financing. So that's a pretty cool deal. As far as I know, no other store is able to offer that longer terms on a musical instrument. So if you're interested in that, give us a call. We can send you the link. You can get approved at your, this is for anybody. You don't have to be here in the shop. We'll send you the link. You can get pre-approved and have it ready, and we'll be able to just kind of sell it to you like that. Hey, get that kid to be quiet. What's the matter with you? He's smiling at me. It's like, what's the matter? Anyways, thank you all so much for hanging out with me on a Thursday. I'm going to find out what all these kids want to do. Maybe we'll go get some ice cream. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, they said yeah. So we'll do something like that. Again, thank you all for being with us. Stick around. There's going to be all kinds of cool content, and watch for that new Monroe Hall of Fame stuff. That's super cool. And yeah, bye-bye.